Hey everybody, welcome to Club and Country. Russ Thaler, Calen Carr here with you. And one of the guys who's come into this league mid-season and really left his mark is Alejandro Bedoya, U.S. national team player. We just saw him score his first goal in MLS play. Recently, he was up in Bristol, Connecticut as part of the EA Sports Skills Challenge. That has to do with the launch of FIFA 17. And what role does Bedoya play for the Philadelphia Union, sitting in fourth place right now in the Eastern Conference, in their charge? He wants to win the cup with them. Where does he fit in?
People talked about what position was he going to play. He's played a lot of different spots for the men's national team and then, of course, in Europe. But he's brought back to be a number 10. I know Jim Curtin wasn't going to sign a big DP. I think you've seen it with some other guys like Jermaine Jones who've come back, maybe played other spots, but then in MLS, fit as a number 10. You don't go all the way over there, convince him to come back, and then not put him in a position where he's going to influence games like you saw in Toronto. And what a goal it was. A little chipper over the top. I think that's going to be big for his confidence going forward. He's going to be leaned on to come up with a big moment like that in the playoffs. They're sitting in the 4th seed. They're securely in the playoffs and have a real chance at making a run if he's confident and flowing well. Out west,
a team that's just now getting above the thin red line is the Seattle Sounders. They're in playoff position, but we know they're not going to have Clint Dempsey for at least the rest of the 2016 season as he deals with the irregular heartbeat. Is there anything we could say about Clint that hasn't already been said?
No, I mean, you just want to make sure that he's healthy. He's a family guy. You know, you got to remember these guys are people first and players second. And look, we would love to see Clint back, but his legacy, regardless of what happens, is secure as far as his effect on soccer in this country, the U.S. men's national team, and MLS. But yeah, selfishly, I think all fans really want to see him come back to the field. Hopefully that happens next season.
A little bit more onus now put on the rookie Jordan Morris, who seems to be handling the pressure just fine. Thank you very much. Brian McBride, U.S. national team legend, MLS legend. He was up at that EA Sports Skills Challenge in Bristol, Connecticut, and we asked him about Morris.
Yeah, I think Jordan's grown a lot. I think you look at the talent and the capabilities that he has. He has pace, he has strength, and his runs have grown throughout the season. And you can see him really finding some comfort in this professional game. So you add all that together, and you can only imagine him getting better and better. So a huge positive for MLS, but even more so for the U.S. as far as looking down into the future.
Yeah, and along with the growth of Morris seems to have come the push for Seattle for the playoffs. They're now over the thin red line for the first time all season with their win on Wednesday night. At what point did Morris go from, boy, this guy's really good and got a lot of potential, to, damn?
I think partway through the season, not being called up to that Copa America roster, in some ways gave him a little bit more time to settle with his club, get into a rhythm with the Sounders. And then, of course, having Nicholas Lodeiro come into the team, the number 10 playmaker, fantastic player. To be able to set Jordan up, I think it alleviated a ton of pressure on Jordan. And he's been leaned on to score goals in big games to get them to surge into this playoff position. So he's really taking a leadership position with this team. Maybe not in the locker room, but on the field. I think that's going to bode well for both club and country.
All right, a lot to chew on here. You want to talk about Bedoya, maybe Clint Dempsey's situation, or Jordan Morris and Seattle's mutual ascent of the MLS standings? Leave those thoughts in the comment section below. We'll see you next time on Club and Country.